Hey there, crazy crafters. Are you ready for class?
I know I am. This is our wonderful doll art journal class, and it's all about glamping.
So I hope everyone knows what glamping is.
I don't know, shall we say?
Yeah, can you describe it? It's camping, but
Glamorized.
yes.
So it's called glamping. I think it's funny how you told me to describe it, but then you started. But at least I got it right. I got my part right. So it's actually kind of taking an RV or a trailer or going one step up above the tent.
Yes, the basics.
The basics. So my name is Kara.
And I'm Jackie.
And we are a mother-daughter team here at Krazy Kreations, ready to have lots of fun with you because this is my favorite thing ever, doll art.
Yes, so doll art journal page classes mean that we're going to create a 6 by 8.5 page together using our paper doll sticker, chipboard, and creating a beautiful scene.
Now we do want to make an announcement before we get started that we realize in our haste to get it out that we did forget a piece. So we'll talk about that as we go through, and yes indeed we will be mailing you that piece. So don't worry, it's not a big piece, but we are aware. We want to thank the customers who gave us a heads up, so we do appreciate that. So we are in the midst of being a person down and new people learning things, and it's been kind of crazy here. So we do make mistakes, and we appreciate your patience.
But we'll fix the mistakes, so no worries. And so you'll need your kit to do this class. You'll also need your scissors, adhesive, tweezers, paper trimmer, basic toolkit.
Yes, a basic toolkit. And then to do the beautiful coloring on our handmade glitter paper, you're going to want those alcohol ink markers. And we have a 24 set that we kind of like to kind of keep in the realm of those colors. So if you have that, pull it out, but you could use any color you want. We're going to be coloring the camper. So that could be any color, right, Jackie?
Yes.
And then some other odds and ends. And you're also going to want those skin tones. And we're using WGOO and EOO as our fair skin tone, and we're going to give her some red hair today.
Awesome. So let us know if you're ready to get started in the comments below. Remember, this is a live class, so any questions or comments you have during class, we can read them and respond to you right away. And this video is also available for replay, meaning you can replay it whenever you need to.
Absolutely. So I say we get started and let's take a peek at what we're going to create.
Okay.
All right, so here's our beautiful doll art journal page. I love it. So as Jackie had said earlier, this is 6 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. And this is our Dreamcatcher girl, who we should really give a name today. Instead of the Dreamcatcher, we need a name later today. But as you can tell, she's out glamping, and this is our camper over here, and we're out with a river and mountains and beautiful, nice sky, no smoke. Notice, Jackie?
Yes.
And so the reason that we're making these in a 6 by 8.5 inch pages, they fit perfectly in this Snap album by Simple Stories. And we sell these here. They come in this robin's egg blue with a blue and white stripe or a black and white stripe. And they're really, really nice. We keep saying we're going to label this and we keep forgetting, but you can put a label in here. I love that they have the hardware on the corners. And then when you open it, it's beautiful inside, and it has these page protectors. And as you can see, each of our dolls that we've been creating, this is the perfect way to store them. And we like to take them out and kind of look at them once in a while, right?
Yeah, they're just fun to go down memory lane and remember all the beautiful pages we've created.
Yes, it's just so pretty. So this was our last one right here. This was the beach girl, and I loved it because it was so patriotic. Didn't you love that?
She was really fun to make.
So our new one will go on this side when we're done, and we'll just keep building from there. And I love that you could keep adding to this book with more page protectors, right?
Yes, always.
Okay, so there's that album. And now we have a kit, right?
Yes, so we're going to create this beautiful glamper today. And here's the kit right here. And shall we take everything out and see what we got?
I think so. So in the kit, you might have noticed as Jackie's taking it out, the cover page had the picture, the photo of the girl, along with written instructions. So you could either replay us or kind of look at those written instructions if you need to kind of have a reference, right?
Right. Now these are in no particular order. We have these border stickers here. Our chipboard girl. We have some papers. Our Dreamcatcher girl sticker sheet. Microfine glitter paper. Our Camper Life mini sticker. And the hardest one to get out is this brown bag paper.
Yes, and so this is going to be kind of the background of our whole basis of our page, right? So if you noticed, here's the brown bag. Okay? All right, so good job. Jackie's taken everything out. What we're going to start with are our papers. So let's get all of this stuff to the side. Keep this kind of handy. This border sticker, we'll be using that. We want our papers and we don't need our girl yet. Sound like a plan?
All right, so we're going to build the background first, and then we like to do the girl last.
So I have all these papers right here. This is what we're using. All right. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is cut this down to size. Now, this is a regular 8.5 by 11 paper, and we know we want 8.5, so we're only going to need to cut it one way, 6 inches, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's why we need a paper trimmer.
Yes, but my paper trimmer only goes up to 5.5, so I'm going to cut it at 5 because I know that 5 minus 11 is 6. That's what math is good for, everybody. Okay, but it is 6 by 8.5. Okay.
Okay, that looks good. So now we need to trim brown bag cardstock to 5 3/4 by 1.5. So that must be for down here.
Yeah, so that's this extra over here. So you said that we needed 5 3/4. And again, here we go with our math, Jacqueline. So what is 11 minus 5 3/4? If you know that answer out there, you should tell us, okay? And then we're also going to do, what was the other thing, 1.5 inches?
1.5 inches.
Okay.
I'm looking for your calculator and I don't even see it.
Oh, back, right there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 5 3/4 minus 11 is
5 1/4.
5 1/4. We got it. So if I cut this 5 1/4, that does not seem right.
Oh, Kara.
Oh, Jackie.
11 minus 5 3/4 is 5 1/4.
Well, that doesn't work, so I'll just do it my way. Okay, which is too big, but that's fine. What's the next cut?
Okay, so now we need to trim brown stripe paper.
Okay.
5 3/4 by 2 inches.
Here's the brown stripe paper, and it looks like we want the stripe. So we're going to go to 5 3/4 by what?
2 inches.
2 inches. All right. I don't know if I guess I'm not in the camera. You didn't even tell me.
We all know what you're doing.
Oh, Jackie. Okay, got that one.
Okay, trim cloud paper.
Okay, but I'm going to trim this one first. There we go. All right, the cloud paper. Isn't this the cutest paper ever? And I love the back too, but the clouds are so cute.
5 3/4 by 2 inches.
5 3/4, 2 inches. Got it.
Okay, tree paper.
Okay.
5 3/4.
That 5 3/4 is very popular.
By 3 inches.
Okay. You know what, everybody? If you have a nice little top here, let's not trim that. If you did it, it's fine. If you didn't, that's fine too.
All right, and last but not least is the blue paper. 5 3/4 by 2 inches.
I think this is going to be our river.
Oh, that's the river?
Or the lake. 2 inches?
Yes.
Okay. Right there.
I didn't know it was a river.
Oh, it is to me. Gotta use your imagination. Okay.
All right, so we have some freehanding to do.
We do? What's that?
All right, so we're gonna freehand the trees.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get that tree. Is that what the directions say? I was just curious.
It says to cut out tree shapes along the top edge of the tree paper.
All right, so you're going to want your tree paper facing one way or the other. So you could have it this way, but look at that. You could also have it this way. So it actually goes both ways. Isn't that cool? And then what we're going to do is you're going to pick which side. I think I'm going to pick this side because it has the less line. And you're just going to make a zigzag following the paper line here. And it kind of makes the trees look more real, wouldn't you say?
It just gives it some interest. That's a tree line that you can see.
Right. And so do you want to show what it looks like on the...
Yep, right here, so you can see how it kind of zigzags at the top.
So we're just cutting this with our scissors. I'm using Tim Holtz 7-inch scissors because they're a little bigger than my mini 5-inch fussy cut, but I like the Tim Holtz ones. They really fit my hands very nicely. So, do you want people to comment during this video?
Of course, if you have any questions, comments, or anything, you are welcome to type it in the comment section below. That's the best thing about having a live class is we can interact with each other.
I know. So how's your tree cutting going, everybody? Mine's going okay. I'm almost there. Just taking my time. Having fun crafting on this wonderful Saturday. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Look at that, Jackie. Doesn't that look like a nice tree? I think I'm going to cut this little piece off and this little piece off.
Okay, that looks good. So now we have our tree line. So let's kind of make our way down looking at all the papers and seeing if we need to freehand them. So the cloud paper, we're good. We just did the tree paper.
So let's go ahead and put the clouds on. Okay, so that's going to go whichever way you want. And again, just like the tree, you could pick the way you want the clouds, okay? So I need my fun, handy Tombow. This is my favorite adhesive because, well, when it works, that is, but because when, if I have a problem, like now, what the heck? Jackie, are you sabotaging me?
No. What's going on?
Well,
do you have a new one?
I do, yeah.
Always have a backup adhesive.
I know, because you know what? We're live, and if I didn't have one, that would be a disaster, wouldn't it?
It really would.
Okay, so tell everybody what happened.
Looks like it wasn't winding correctly.
Which really rarely ever happens. So this is what I like, because this is the refill pack right here, and it comes with 3. We sell these, and I'm going to show you how, I was going to show you how easy it is to just take out, but once you take the one part out that is not working, and we'll figure out why it's not working, then you just snap this together, and here we are, we're ready to go.
Fingers crossed. All right, who makes the tree paper? Do you know?
I want to say it was Photoplay.
Okay. It is cute.
Okay, I got that part on. And now we're going to go ahead and put our trees, right? And it's going to go right below there. And I'd say, you know, you want about, let's measure this with our Krazy Creation ruler here. I'd say that's about 1 1/4. So about 1 1/4 to the top or so. It's not exact, but a lot of people like to kind of get a general idea, right?
Yeah.
All right. Is that 1 1/4? A little lower, I think. I like those clouds. I want to see the clouds. Okay, that looks good.
Okay, and now if we look at the next paper, it's the light blue paper, and it looks like we need to do some freehanding here.
So I'm going to go really close to the top and just put a little bit of a kind of a flowiness to it. So as you can see, I don't even really think about it. I just kind of do it. But you could kind of see how that went like that. What do you think?
I think that looks good, and we're going to add an embellishment to really finish that line.
But not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. So if you count here, you have about 1, 2 1/2, 1, 2, and then 1/2. So if that kind of helps you on where to place this, that's what I'm doing. Go over. This is why I love that tombow. I could just pick it up. Okay, what's next?
Here, let me help you there. You got a crooked river.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so now we have the brown stripe paper.
Which is going to go right here toward the bottom, okay?
No freehanding required.
And you can use the polka dot side, right?
Yeah.
Whichever side you like. I love how this is coming together. It's just so easy. You are the straight police, so you can figure it out.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, right. I got an A-OK from Jackie.
And then last but not least, we need this brown bag right here. And we need to make it kind of have a diagonal. So you can use the paper trimmer or your scissors.
Okay, so I'm going to measure this side, which is kind of your job.
Here. Well, okay, 1 and,
should be that 1 1/2.
it's a little less than 1 1/2.
It's 1 1/2 times
By
1.
1.
Okay, so I'm going to mark the 1 over here. And that's right here. So do you see how I'm marking that? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from this corner and end up at this mark. That's how I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm at that corner, which is the upper right corner, going down to my 1 inch. And that should make a diagonal.
Perfect.
Okay, that's the whole way of doing that. Now, if you're off a little bit, it really doesn't matter, does it?
No, not really.
Not at all is what you really meant to say.
Oh, thanks for telling me what I meant to say.
I know. Well, you made it sound like, well, not really, but if you did it, you're in trouble. All right. I think this looks cute. What do you think?
I think it looks really good. So this is kind of our basic background, and we're going to dress it up with some
So I'm going to let you review
stickers.
what we did.
Okay. So what we did is we went ahead and we trimmed all of our papers to size. Then we started gluing them down on the paper. So this one, the cloud goes at the top. The tree, we had to cut the little zigzags in the top, and we glued that one down. We freehanded the blue and glued that one down. The brown stripe, we just put that right below the blue. And then for the brown bag, we made a diagonal cut and we adhered that one down.
That is a perfect summary, if ever I heard one. Very good.
All right, so now we're going to decorate with some border stickers.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little trick that I'm going to use. We're going to take this out of the packaging, and then I'm going to put my little strip on the plastic when I color it. That way it won't get all over the place, right?
That's good, because I said border stickers and you went for the outline, and I thought you were doing something different.
No, this is how I want to color it. So I'm using the back of the packaging. You could also use the front of the packaging. I guess I could do that too. But I didn't want to get all mine because it looks like we have two different colors, right?
Yeah, so we're going to embellish them with blue and orange here.
Okay. I wonder if people ever think that we're funny because we do things differently. Okay, so I'm just going to barely tap it down. I mean, I don't want it to stick, but I do like to do it this way. How do you do it? You could use your Teflon, sheet if you have one of those, right? From Tim Holtz.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to use this color, and we're going to do the kind of the water first. So that is going to be B09. So you could keep it silver, but I think B09 would be pretty. What do you think?
It really pops.
Okay, so I'm going to use the brush part of my marker. This is B09. And I'm literally just going to color over this. And I just like to kind of, give it a good little whirl. And the nice thing is, Jackie, this dries right away.
It is. It's almost immediate.
So we did that. And now I'm going to lift this up.
With our handy dandy tweezers.
And this is why I like the plastic, because it comes right back up, okay? And now here we are.
And by the way, this is our pearl border sticker, which is very flexible. So we're going to actually kind of go around that curve of the paper, and it's going to be really easy to bend it.
Yep.
Just make sure you press as you go.
Press as you go. That is so important. But this is how easy it is. And look, I'm not getting any blue on my hand. I have orange from something else I did today, but not blue. There, what do you think?
That looks really nice.
And then we're just going to go ahead and trim with our scissors that excess.
Now, I'd like to know how many campers or glampers we have watching. So if you're a camper or a glamper, let us know in the comments below. I'm a wannabe glamper. I'm getting one soon.
Yes, you're waiting. You have it ordered, right?
Yes.
Okay, now it looks like we have two more here, and that's a beautiful color. What do you think that is?
It's like a coppery orange.
Yes, so what color are we going to use?
YR18 or is it E28?
I think it's E28.
You could use whatever color you want.
You could. Alright, so I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to peel, but it looks like we need two, right?
Yes, one here, one here.
Alright, so there's one. Now, on the border sticker, you'll want to go every other one because there are pearls every other one, but you could use the diamonds. Those are pretty too. But I'm saving those for another project.
Oh, Diana is a glamper, but her husband is a camper. How does that work? Do you have to rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Who's in the tent and who's in the camper?
You know, my husband for a long time liked camping too. I finally converted him. Okay, we're going to E28 here, and here we go.
We used to camp in a tent every year.
Yeah. Let's try that E18 too. I want to see what this looks gold. I'm trying two different colors, so you could do whatever you want. So this was E28, and now I'm going to try E18 for a change. Oh yeah, that's that copper color. Look.
That's pretty.
I like them both. So I think I'll use one on top and one on the bottom. Okay, but this one was E18. This one was E28. So now you could kind of take your pick which one you liked. Okay. So I'm going to do the top first. All right. And can I ask you to hold that for a minute? And I'm going to move this into the camera. And we're just going to go across the seam, right?
Yep, right where the blue meets the brown.
Remember, press as you go, even on a straight line.
These are very delicate, so it's really good to press them.
Okay, and then we're going to trim. Okay, that's really looking cute.
And then we have one more. I'm really glad we have tweezers.
All right, thank you, Jackie. And we're going to go down here. And yeah, I like the two-tone. What do you think?
Yeah, it's like sand at the bottom, or dirt.
Yeah. All right. I think that really dressed up the page. Just these little border stickers. I love the border stickers so much. Does anybody have a favorite border sticker?
You mean like a design?
Yeah, favorite design.
Okay, so let's see what's next.
Well, what do you think? Does anybody have a favorite design?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, so now what we've done is we've cut all our paper, we've made the background, we've kind of put some little decorative borders on here by altering the color, and so now Jackie's looking for the next step. I think we ought to do this right here.
Oh, okay. You know, I was kind of looking for white. I thought that was a white paper.
No, it's blue. It just looks white in the photo.
Gotcha.
It's the same color as this. So, hey, what's the size of it?
Good question. 2.5 by 3/4 inch.
Oh. Okay, so 2.5. So I'm over here with my paper trimmer. I'm going to cut my blue paper. I have a scrap, so I'm going to cut it 2.5 by 3/4. All right. And it looks like it would be best to put on the sentiment before we do the
Banner.
banner, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to do that part?
Yes, so let's look for our sentiment. Right. Is it on here? No, this one. It's on the mini camper life sticker, and we're looking for happy trails. So we need to take it out of the packaging. Right here. And now I'm going to grab my handy dandy tweezers. And so it looks like we're going to have happy trails with an arrow. So I think the first thing I'm going to put down is the arrow.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So here, let me move this over so it's a little bit more convenient for you.
So I have my arrow right here. I'm just going to grab it and then position it where I want it.
Looks like it's right on the edge. Perfect.
Yep. Just like that. And then we're going to grab, should I do happier trails?
I think trails. What do you think?
Okay. Let's see how it fits. I'm going to just put it at the bottom, just like that.
So it looks like the inside of the L came over.
It did, but I'm going to pick that out in just a minute because there might be some little inside pieces in the word happy, and I could do them all at once.
Oh, what a good idea.
And then happy is going to go right in the top here. Rub, rub. And now we're going to pick out these little centers. So I'm going to zoom in for you so you can see this. And we're just going to take our tweezers and kind of pick out the inside part of the letter so we can read it better. Really makes a difference when you can read. There we go. And the S. There. Very cute.
That is darling. So now to make the banner, here's a little trick that I do is I come in with my scissors and I go halfway between and I'm going to make a slit up the center here. And then I'm going to go from each corner up to the top of that slit.
This way you know that your banner edges are even.
Yes, and there we go. What do you think? How easy was that?
Very.
Okay, so now we have to come back over here and add our adhesive. And there we go, right down here. Looking good. Okay, so now that we have this is where we come to the part where we forgot to include something. So you should have gotten a piece of a sticker that had 2 birch trees, and this is the inside of the birch tree. So we forgot to put that in your kit. So we know who you are, who purchased the kit, and we will be mailing that out probably on Tuesday, if not tomorrow. Okay, so Tuesday at the latest. So we will get that out for you. And so when we put our camper down, the trees are going to go here. So we'll just kind of put only tape on half the camper so you could kind of stick it under. Does that sound good?
It looks like the outline goes on the polka dot of the brown stripe.
Yes, so that's a good observation.
Don't throw that away.
So you don't want to throw this brown paper away because this side is the polka dot and that's where the birch trees will go. All right? So save this piece for your trees that you'll be getting in the mail.
Okay, so I think the next step for us is to color the camper and the little rug.
Okay, so we're going to go to the glitter paper. Hey, while we're here, where are these birds? Do we see them?
Birds, those are dragonflies.
Oh, dragonflies. So sorry. Let's go ahead and put those on because I think they're so darn cute. So we're going back to the small sticker, which is the camper. And we could just kind of put them where we want, right?
Definitely. So I have a couple of comments to read. Keep them coming. We love reading your comments. So Donna on YouTube says that her hubby was a tent camper and when they got married, she told him she needed her own bathroom. So now they're RVers.
You know what? That is the #1 reason that I also have an RV is for the bathroom.
It's so important, especially as a woman.
I have to tell you, we had a camper when the kids were young and we used it and then we finally got rid of it and I said I'll never have another camper, but here I am. We just bought one this year again, so I'm enjoying it immensely.
And then we have Diana liking the diamond borders.
Oh yeah, I like the diamonds too. I'm with ya. I like the pearl and the diamond. I think that's one of my favorite stickers. Okay, where are we going next? To our glitter paper?
Glitter paper.
Okay, so let's move this over and I'll take that from you and let's find our glitter paper.
Okay, so we have it right here. And what do we need to do first? Pop quiz.
I know, burnish, burnish, burnish.
That means rub in case you're unfamiliar with that. Okay, nice and burnished, and now we're going to take our outline sticker. We're back to the Camper Life Mini, and we're going to peel this outline and put it on the glitter paper.
Yes. Now, while you're doing that, it looks like there is one other element that will be on the glitter paper. So as soon as you peel that, I think we ought to take the other too.
Let's see, what's the best way to put this camper on? And by the way, notice how the window sticker, or the window, is stuck to one of the lines. Just gently pull it apart and it will go back into its regular shape. Okay.
So it looks like there's one other element and it's this kind of sun, what do you call that? Like a...
Sun and moon.
Yeah, like a zodiac sign, kind of. I don't know what it is, but it's cute.
Looks like an astrological thing.
Now, we will be cutting this in half, but let's just go ahead and put the whole thing on there.
Yep, and I did notice that some of the insides are in there. We can pick those out. First I'm going to burnish again. Then I'm going to grab these tweezers and we're going to just take out some of these inside pieces.
Look what we have in here.
Oh, yay!
Yes, so if you have
blue
one of
one,
these, we sell the blue one. This is my old one, but I at least found one for us to use, right? And I love this. This is called a brayer. And if you're not really good at burnishing, this is excellent for helping you make sure the stickers are down, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. All right. Okay, so are you ready to color?
Ready.
Okay, so for the camper, it looks like we're going to be using, if we follow our example here, E28 and E40 for the door. Do you have those? Okay.
And E40, so they look like this. And we are using the Right Arts.
Yes, and then we're going to use the YR18 and the Y10.
Okay, that's these two, orange and yellow.
And then we're going to look at our windows here and use BGY03 and 00.
So that's these two.
And to add a little shading to the white, we're going to go ahead and use the CG02 with the 00. And then of course, let's not forget our tires. We need that black color, which is 100 or 99.
All right. We've got all of our colors lined up, and I think we should start with the browns.
Okay, so let's do that.
All right, since I'm coloring, I'm going to pass you the phone. It looks like we have another comment.
Yes, Tammy would like us to know that she tent camped with her kids when they were small, and now they're thinking about getting a camper for retirement. And that's exactly what we did. So, Tammy, when we grew up, and Jackie will tell you, every year we would go camping in a particular spot, and there was no people for at least 10 miles. And so we tent camped, but then I got tired of no bathroom. So that's when I talked my husband into a trailer, and we used that, and we did a lot of trailer camping, and then we sold it because we couldn't take it anymore. And then we just bought another one, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm not retired, obviously, but I am definitely enjoying it. And it's going to be the way that I go to the expo, so I'm very excited.
They have so many different layouts and designs now for campers.
Yes, I agree. All right, Jackie, where are you going to start there?
I'm starting with the browns, and I have my E28 because it's the darkest brown that we're doing, and we like to do the dark color and then come in with the light color and blend it out. So dark to light is the coloring technique. So I'm going to take my dark brown, I'm going to apply it where I want the shading, and as the artist, you get to decide where you want your shading. Okay, E40 is what we're going to use to blend it out, which is a light yellowish brown. And you kind of just go from where that dark brown ended and pull the color only in one direction and fill in the white. So you never push it back in, you only pull away.
And you're going to want a piece of scratch paper, right?
Yes, so that way you can clean the tip of your light colored marker.
So when I say scratch paper, we're talking about typing paper.
Yep, anything you can toss after. It could be scraps, it could be whatever.
And basically with an alcohol ink marker, you can tap off the dark color and it turns back to the original color. So no staining of the brush.
All right, so now that we know the basic technique, especially with the browns, I'm just doing the same thing. I did it below that window. And now I'm gonna finish this section over here.
I really like these colors. They pop and they're bright, and it's kind of retro. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the colors too. Okay, and now we're gonna color the door. Door is also brown, so we're just gonna pick out where we want the shading. kind of like to map it out, and then I like to blend it out. And you can always add more dark color, but you can never take away dark color. Notice how I'm pulling that from the dark on each side and meeting it in the middle. I'm going to go up from this section and up. Okay, and now I want to add some more dark to my door. So I'm going to add some more dark at the bottom. And I'll go back to my E40.
Now you don't want to go over too many times while it's wet. So if you don't like it still, give it a minute or two to dry and then try it again.
Okay, so there's our door. And that's all the brown.
Okay, and we also want to let you know that the colors will change a little bit as they dry, right?
Yeah, and you can always go over it again when it's dry.
Okay, now we're going to do what? Orange?
Orange. So it's actually yellow and orange that we're blending. Orange is the dark, yellow is the light. Okay, so we're taking the orange, we're going to put it on the sides. Just like that. Then we'll take our yellow and just kind of drag it to the center.
That's beautiful.
I like that color a lot. And then we have to do it on the other side too.
So why didn't we choose to use the YR01?
I think we wanted more of a bright color.
Yeah, so the yellow does make it brighter. So it's all a matter of personal choice, but that's why we didn't choose the light orange. The yellow just really gives it a pop, especially against that kind of yellow-brown. Right?
Yeah, it's just fun to have fun with colors. You can make this camper any color you want.
Yes. But I really am enjoying this orange. You know, as a kind of funny thing, I never ever liked orange growing up. And I never liked orange as an adult until just a little while ago. Now orange has really grown on me.
It's a fun color, but you like yellow.
I do like yellow.
All right, so we did the little curtains, and now we just have to do the tire. Let's do that. It's basic black.
Yes, and you could also do this part as well.
Yeah, that's the hitch.
The hitch, okay. I don't have a hitch because I have a fifth wheel.
Oh.
I have a ball.
All right, now what's left? The window?
The window, and that's where we're kind of using that blue-gray tone because it kind of makes it look a little bit more like a window. What do you think?
Yeah.
Adding a touch of blue.
So it's this blue-gray color. It's really light. Then we'll take our 00, which is a colorless blender, but it actually doesn't blend, right?
No, it's an eraser tool. So you're actually taking the end of the line and blending it into the white glitter.
Yep, so I just took where the blue ended and I kind of pulled it out a little bit and it blended it into the white. And we're going to do the same thing on the top of the camper, which is a light gray.
You forgot this window.
Oh, yep, I did. So a little bit of that blue-gray. And then we need our colorless blender. And I just go to that line and I kind of drag that down.
There, that gives a nice little shadow. Okay, so now to do this part, you were saying you're going to use the light gray?
Yep. CGO2.
It looks like you don't need a lot.
Okay. So I'm going to start over here on the left, and I'm just going to kind of do a section and then blend. Do a section and blend. Make sure your colorless blender is nice and clean. And look, when your ink is wet, it blends so much better.
The one thing that I've noticed when you do the shadowing, don't do a lot because it could turn muddy really fast. You know, then you lose the whole white part.
Yep, so just be very cautious with your color. There we go.
All right, perfect. So the camper is down and we're on to that zodiac sun moon thing.
Okay, so it looks like it has, the sun has a little tiny bit of orange, but it's mostly yellow. Is that right?
Yes.
So we'll go back to our orange color and just add a little bit of orange.
You really only have to do toward the top, from the nose up.
Okay, and then we'll finish blending with the yellow.
And so this is just kind of a nice little fun thing to put in a blank spot, you know. So I think it's kind of fun. So it's like the sun is telling you happy trails.
Oh, okay, so this is called the Dreamcatcher girl, so it was meant to be a dream catcher.
Yes.
But we're turning it into a little foot rug.
Exactly.
An outdoor rug. Okay, so now we need our BO2.
Yes.
Looks like you didn't blend.
No.
Gotcha. BO2 is blue.
So I think it's funny. I did the original and now Jackie is coloring this one.
Yes, I have to recreate her coloring. And then we need B47, which is a nice dark blue. And that will just be for the outside here. Okay. Oh, I didn't do the face.
No, and that is CGYO2. Like gray.
Okay, why did you add a Y?
I don't know because I think I was singing a BGY, so it's CGO2.
Okay. All right, there we go.
Okay, perfect. So now we're going to move our pens out of the way and it's time to trim these out, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get our scissors. And we're going to just trim. Now, I like this trailer because it's not too hard to trim out. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
But you could use your scan and cut machine. Right?
You could.
What is this on here? There we go. All right.
I'm going to move our markers.
Now there is a little trick once we cut this. You can go around the cut image with a black marker to kind of, if you know, hide your not so great cutting or the paper core so it looks like it's not showing and is part of the sticker, right?
Yeah, sometimes we forget to do that, but we'll remember this time.
So to get this part, and then here we go. So you could kind of see some of the white core of the paper. Get that piece off. So I'm going to leave that like that so you could show how it works. So does everyone see that I didn't cut real well and there's the white core of the paper? So what do you do, Jackie?
I like to use my tweezers to hold this with my left hand since I'm right-handed. And then I take a black marker and go along the edge very carefully.
And that will hide that white core and now it'll look like it's part of the sticker, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't want to cooperate.
It's because I left a big part on purpose. I like to make life hard.
Okay, we'll go around the edge. Be very careful. You can tell I've messed it up before because it is not fun. Alright, so now we can see it looks better.
Very nice. Alright, while you were doing that, I was just kind of trimming out this piece right here. And if you want to go ahead and just do that top with your marker.
Okay.
And to ensure that I get a straight edge when we're going to cut this in half, I'm going to use my paper trimmer. Because otherwise, I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yep, I'll zoom out so we can all see that.
Okay, I'm going to go up here. So I'm kind of lining this up, making sure, and I'm going to push it up a little bit more. Kind of right below the nose, okay? And then there we go. And see, if I had tried to do that on my own, I would be all over the place. Okay, so now it's time to put this on our page. So I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to do this piece first, the little sun area. And what do you think about right there?
Yep, right there.
Okay, and then we have our camper. Now remember, for the camper, we're going to leave room for those trees, so only put some tape on this side where the window is, okay? That way we could slip our trees down. You think like that?
Yep.
Oh, maybe a little lower. Like that, I think. I can't decide. Okay, like that. All right.
Okay, so now should we do the girl or add the little tufts?
No, I think we should do the girl, and then we will add the tufts last.
Okay.
Okay, so we need our girl, everybody. So, and you're going to need some of this paper, the girl, and the chip. Okay, so this is a chipboard. We have the chipboard shape that matches our sticker exactly. Okay, so you see one large girl on here. This girl is going to go onto the chipboard. So what you're going to do is you're going to peel, and I'm just going to start at the head, and it's going to be one long sticker. So take your time as you're peeling and watch the feet. We'll try to go together, okay? Just take your hand and kind of grab it at the bottom. All right, now to put this on here, just think to yourself, I'm not going to have to fussy cut. That's really fun. So what I like to do is I like to pick a spot, and I'm going to kind of pick this area that's somewhat in the middle or toward the, top, and I'm going to get that down first. And then once I kind of start that, I'm going to work my way around the chipboard. Okay, having said that, start over a little bit.
So just take your time during this part.
There we go. And as you can see, it'll kind of just go into shape, work a little bit at a time. So look how nice that went on, right? Then just kind of work your way down, take your time, maybe do one leg at a time. And I just kind of let them rest there. And then I'm going to come in, take my tweezers, and work one leg at a time. Okay, that looks good. See how? Not too bad, right?
No, not too bad.
Now I will tell you, for the legs, we are going to cover them up, so don't worry too much about them. Okay. I think I'm going to just like that. All right, and then make sure it's pressed down. That's how it is.
You forgot a spot. There.
Okay, so now we're going to zoom in on this because we're going to color the hair and the skin. So to do my skin, I'm going to have this neck part and the face. So I'm going to need WGOO and EOO. So these are my two kind of go-to colors for my fair skin. And WGOO is the lighter of the two. So I'm going to start with that. So this time I'm going to start light. All right. So I'm going to come in here and I'm actually going to color right on the chipboard. That's what I like about this. That's why it's white chipboard, right? Okay, so there I am. I have that colored. Now I want to use my EOO just to add a little bit of a shadow. So I'm going to come up here and you can see how that's just a little bit darker. And I'm going to just pick under the neck and on the side of the face here. Then I'm going to come back with my light color WGOO and I'm just going to blend that. And it's going to look a little darker on here. It will dry light. Okay?
That was easy.
Super easy.
Do you remember when they used to have an easy button from Staples?
Oh, I do. Okay, so now if we want to add some cheeks, we're going to pull our RV, OO, or O2, whichever one you have. I have OO here. And I'm going to do a kiss method because I don't want my cheeks to be too dark. So I'm going to come in here with my WGOO, which was my light skin, and I'm going to put some of this pink on the tip, and then I'm just going to do my cheeks like that. That makes it so I don't have these really dark cheeks. And I could always add more if I want. Isn't that cute?
That looks good.
Okay. So now I have the hair. So for the hair I used E18 and R17. So you're going to say, that's weird, red? Yes, this is what gave me the highlights, okay? So I started with my dark brown of E18. Now this E18 has a lot of red in the brown, wouldn't you say?
It does. It's a red-brown.
So don't be afraid. We're going to color right on the chipboard. Leave some areas for your red, not a lot. And don't get, this part is her hair, but this part down here is not her hair, okay? So just these little triangles. She has ponytails.
Pigtails.
Pigtails. Good thing Jackie's here to always make sure I say it right. Because I do get mixed up. Okay, then there's R17, and I'm going to go right in here. And don't worry if it looks red, because I'm going to come back with my brown.
I think she needs to go to the salon.
Thanks. What are you saying about my girl? I just want some of this red. I'm going to come back in with the brown.
Move this down a little bit.
Okay, I just wanted some of that red in there. And now I'm going to fix it up back with my E18. And believe it or not, I'm not going to put a lot, but the red will come through when it dries. Very subtle, right?
Okay, she looks better now.
All right, very good. And if you wanted to, you could go back over just one more time with your red just to get it in there. But it's like red highlights, okay? Isn't that cute? So I love that. And then there's a couple other areas we need to color on the chip. So if we look over here at this girl, we'll notice that her jacket has a collar in there. That's like the inside of your jacket. So I did that with BGY03. So let's go ahead with that.
I'll do it.
Okay.
This is like the hoodie.
Yes, it's the hoodie.
Okay.
And then we're going to want to do the t-shirt, which is BO2 right here. Or what are you doing? GOO. Let's do GOO. I like that. Okay. So now that we got the back of her hoodie and this part done, we have to dress her. Oh wait, we have one more area. Do you notice one shoe is black and one is not? So we better make them both
She's
black.
wearing one black and one white.
Yes.
Have you ever worn two different shoes?
I have, and it's been embarrassing. Okay, so now we need to dress her. So we're going to come over here and notice that we have pants and we have the sweatshirt. So let's, we're going to put it on this really pretty paisley paper. Don't you like that? You could do the back if you want, but I really like this side. What about you?
Yeah, I like that side too.
All right, so I'm going to my sticker sheet and I've just literally just peeled the top here. Now you're just going to kind of let this relax in your hand and just let it kind of flow down, you know, the way that it wants to go, because that's how it'll fit right back on there. Okay. Now, for the pants, if you notice, I cut out these little whatever
lines.
Yeah, lines. I don't like them, so that's why they're not on here. You can keep them on here. They do keep the legs kind of in position, but if you want to cut them off, you can as well. So I kind of cut them off second because I wanted it to lay down right. So I'm going to peel the pants. And what that means is these legs, as you see, they don't stretch. They kind of keep into where they're supposed to be. Now, if this is a little too staticky for you, you can kind of wet your fingers and then just put the back of this and it'll stop being so staticky. Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go like this. What do you think? Like that?
Yep, so diagonal.
Just a little. And where are those tweezers that I love? Just going to kind of put this piece up a little, let it relax so it's straight. There we go. Wasn't that easy? Now to cut these off can be a little tricky, and this is why I like to use my tweezers, is you have to kind of, you know, pull it up a little bit and then cut.
Doing sticker surgery.
Yep. I don't know. I like that they're there so it doesn't stretch, but I didn't like the look. Do you ever get like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks like I left a little bit on there, but I could always go in and cut a little bit more. So take your time. There we go. That looks good, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll do the other side. Kind of lift it up.
One more to go.
And bring it all the way back. If I could get my thumb on it, it'd be great. Okay, got that. Now I have this little blob here. All right, that looks really good. So now what we want to do is cut out the whole thing.
Yep, fussy cut. So we do have to fussy cut the clothing.
Yes. And you want to get as close as you can to that black line. Right?
Yeah, that way it looks the best.
It does. Okay. What is this part called? You know, the stretchy part with all the little ribbing?
The waistband.
Well, I was just wondering, like, they make it out of a stretchy, right?
Yeah. It's like an elastic waistband.
Yeah, elastic. That's what I was kind of thinking of.
This kind of reminds me of those track suits that used to be really popular. They were velvet.
Oh yeah, velour or whatever it was called. What about the ones that Pink place used to sell? Or was it Juicy Couture or something?
Yeah, they were juicy.
Juicy. Are they still around?
I'm not sure, but I know they were very popular.
They were. And very expensive, I must say.
Yep.
But now, don't the pink ones have the letter on them or something?
I don't know. I don't shop there.
Oh. All right. So now here's the pants. That wasn't too hard to cut out, was it? And they'll eventually go right there. And now we have the top. And this doesn't look too bad either, does it?
No. She looks very comfy in that outfit.
I know, I'm actually thinking I wish I had that on right now, but I'm comfortable. But this does look comfy. It would be too hot here for this. We're looking at 100 and what was it, 4 today?
Yep,
or
104
something?
degrees.
Oh boy.
And it's very smoky here.
It is very smoky. Not near us, but all around us, right?
Yep.
It's very sad. Okay, so here we go. And there's that. Now there's one more thing that we want to do to the clothes is we want to add a little bit of depth to them. So if you could see maybe over here the pockets I colored in and the little rib elastic area just to give it a little bit more of a oomph.
Is this the right color?
Yes.
B47. I feel like I'm calling out bingo. B47. I'm going to use the fine tip this time because we're not blending. We don't need a paintbrush. This is the bullet nib, so it's nice for detailed areas. Look at that, I got orange on me too. Alright, so let's go in for the pockets.
And I think this just kind of gives it some contrast, don't you?
Yeah. And then we'll do it on the little, what do you call this?
What we just said we were going to call it the ribbing, elastic ribbing or whatever.
But on a sweatshirt, yeah. Okay, and then same on the pants, the waistband, and the pockets.
And probably the cuffs.
And then the bottom here. All right.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and put the pants on. What do you say? So you're going to turn this over, put some adhesive, and you're going to have your doll and just kind of, I like to go from the waist down. So I'm going to put it up here and just kind of match it. There we go, look at that. She has pants, and now for the shirt.
A sweatshirt. There, now she has an outfit.
She does, and look how easy that was. Wasn't that simple?
Very simple, and it looks really good.
Okay, and now we need to put her on the page, okay? So she's going to go about like this. So I'm going to turn her over.
Put some adhesive.
And put her on. And then we're going to put our tough grasses on.
Oh, okay.
Or grass tufts, whatever we call them, right? Okay, so where to find the tufts of grass is in the small mini sticker. And you can just kind of go in and pick the ones that you like. And just kind of, you could use this as an example if you want. Just kind of put those on. This big one here, you could cut into little chunks. So you could keep it large or you could cut it into smaller pieces. So that's what I love about our stickers. There's so many variations, right?
Yes, I love cutting them down and using them in different ways.
So if you want, you could kind of have like this, right there. And then you just want to keep going on and on, right?
Yes. So
I'll let you kind of figure out how you want your tufts of grass. And that's it. That's pretty much how we did it. So we're just missing the trees.
yes, and which are going to be sent to you. Now, this is the time where we have to think about signing our page. And that could be done on the back or wherever you feel there's a spot.
Mm-hmm.
And naming our girl.
That's right. So what are we going to name her?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, we need the ideas then, so let's have them coming in.
So let us know what you think we should name her in the comments below, and then we'll kind of start a poll and we'll all vote on our favorite. So throw out as many ideas as you want to.
Okay, that sounds so great. Now, shall we show what the doll club, if you're not part of our monthly doll club, we're going to show you the brand new doll, and she's called Chillin'.
Chilling at home.
Okay, so look at this cute doll. This doll here has this beautiful little kind of kerchief type vest with her really blue fun leggings, and she has her chair and lamp in the library.
Very cool. I love the chair, love the rug. Looks really fun.
It does. So this just got released. This is this month's doll club. So if you're not in the club, go to our website and sign up and say start my subscription now. And for $20, you're going to get this.
Yeah, so if you want this kit, remember, send my first kit right away is the option you want to pick. Otherwise, you start with September, and this is the August kit.
Yes, so darn cute. So thank you so very much for joining us. We really, really had a fun time. We hope you did too. I love making our paper dolls. So if you have an idea for the name of this glamping girl, we want you to turn it in.
Yes, and you are also invited to join our group on Facebook called Krazy Kreations Doll Art Groupies, and that's where we have a lot of inspiration for these paper doll projects.
Yes, indeed. So until next time, we'll see you out there in the crazy world here at Krazy Kreations. I'm Kara.
And I'm Jackie, and we'll see you really soon. Have a great weekend.